Hi folks, welcome back to our YouTube channel. I'm going to take you around this Mercedes C-Class today. It's an installation we just carried out. It's a hi-fi upgrade. This car originally came with Burmester, which you may think would be good. Well, actually, most customers that have got a Burmester hi-fi, that are into the hi-fi and sound, aren't that impressed with it. We've shown you a previous video where we do our kind of baby upgrade. That's where we soundproof the front doors, replace the front mids and tweeters, and add an active subwoofer. And that's a big lift in terms of sound quality, presence, bass, etc. People are happy with that, but actually sometimes you come across a customer who just wants to take it to the next level, and in fact that's exactly what this customer wanted to do. So what we've done in here is, as well as our standard kind of front speaker upgrade, so we've gone through the 3-layer soundproofing system, and in these that takes a lot of time because you've got to soundproof all the back of this, because you've got the resonance coming from all the clips and stuff around this area. And we've added our 2A components in there, so a new mid-range, new tweeter and a passive crossover. We've kept the head unit as standard, as we would always try and do, but where the magic really takes place is in the back end. So I can't show you all of it unfortunately because a lot of it is tucked away, but we've left the bottom cover out so I can show you how the subwoofer works. So we have taken out the Burmester amplifier, which would normally live up here, and we've replaced that with the Zen module. So that's a Nav TV Zen module. That sits on the most ring, so it's most 150 in this car, and it decodes that most data to extract the audio information. What you can't see along the back here, we've got a JL Audio 5-channel amp, we've got a Hertz H8 DSP. We're taking the optical output of the Zen module, which is tucked away behind here. We've run it round into the H8 DSP. We come out of the DSP, and the outputs from the DSP drive the JL Audio 5-channel amp. That's driving the rear speakers, the front components, and it's also driving the Burmester subwoofers, which in this case aren't too bad. We can work with those subs as long as they're driven properly and we get the correct crossover points. We then take a second output, or third, fourth output from the Hertz H DSP, and that's running this Audison active subwoofer. It's a very neat bit of equipment. It's a 10-inch subwoofer in the bottom. It's down firing, but it can stand up. It's got a Class D amplifier tucked in the side there. It's very powerful. And as you can see, we've done a huge amount of soundproof in this floor area. So 2 layers on the bottom, or even 3 layers it could be, all the way around the sides. It's because we want to cut down any resonance. We don't want the bass leaving through the bottom of the car. We want the bass coming up and into the vehicle. So this just produces a low-end bass. It could have sat in the boot and then we could have left this intact. This is all intact, so we'll return the panel to the customer, but with the panel in, you can't get the sub in because it sits up in the bottom. So when I'm not showing you what it looks like, it would all be tucked away. No loss of boot space whatsoever. Sound quality, as you'd imagine, is absolutely amazing. It always is when we can take an optical output from a factory head unit. It's the best way to go. So much better than analog, and even better than taking a high-powered output from a head unit. But of course, we don't always have a choice. The inside of the car, as I said, remains completely standard. The only evidence that we've been in there is the controller for the processor, which I'll just quickly show you. So, just in the console here, we've got the controller for the H8 DSP, and that is used, has a couple of functions, mainly to turn up and down a sub bass. So if I press a button once, it goes to sub. It's currently on -3. I can increase the bass and decrease the bass. The figure you see is the level of attenuation, and that's just pulling up and down the deep bass, not the mid bass punch that we're getting from these woofers up in the kick panels here, because, in case you don't know, these all new Mercedes platforms, the woofers are actually right up in the bulkhead here. So if it's a base model car, it just has the 1 subwoofer. If it has the advanced audio or the Burmester, it'll have 2 woofers, 1 on each side. There you go. The second function of this DRC controller is to change the listening position. So normally we'd have it on driver focus, which will be setting A. But if I press it again, it goes to B, which is neutral. So if you've got a passenger in a car that's also into their sound and hi-fi, we switch it to B and everyone has an equal sound. But primarily would be on A for the driver. There you go. So that's our advanced Burmester upgrade, if you like, which, as I said, follows on from our first video. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We do present lots and lots of stuff like this. We're doing tons of hi-fi every single day. If you want something similar, just get in touch, 01279 757 218 or sales@audiophile-incar.co.uk. Thanks for watching.